You're dead!
What it do, guys? Today we got a GvG, and like I said, I'm gonna be playing with Celestial Mercedes since I've been playing with all the Mercedes, Archdemon and everything. I just said, why not? I think she's honestly one of the worst Mercedes out of all of them. In all honesty, she does nothing unique, and at the time, I'm pretty sure I have a video of me pulling her when she first came out. I think that was like 4 years ago when I didn't have the resource. I wasn't in game, so it was like taking me years to build one character. For you guys that don't know her kit, she has a 50% chance to make somebody unhealable for 2 turns with her S1. Her S2 does damage dealt proportional to the enemy max HP. I think it's 4% of that max HP. And her soul burn decreases by 2 turns, which is pretty nice. And this is the thing I hate the most. Her S3 increased the attack of the caster for 2 turns and increased combat ratings according to the number of critical hits made. I hate that the attack for 2 turns is not before the attack is used like 90% of everybody, but that was back in the day, and I hate that it's a 5-turn cooldown, because if you use your S3 first, get like 4 crits in an RTA, you know, that's 80% combat rating this per crit made, and then you sober S2, I think you still have 1 more turn left where you can't use your S3, so you can't just cycle, you know, soul burn S3 and then go back to S2 like Dying can or something like that. And the set that we're running on is going to be a turret attack set. I did try her before on a crit attack set like 2 years ago, and I think turret set wasn't out back then. And I'm pretty sure I used Necro and Odine. Just so when she uses her S3 on 3 people, she has a 15% combat rating because all of her kit is AoE. She had more combat rating this, which is actually really lovely, even if she doesn't crit like some of them, but still. It is today, you know, meta, everybody has anti-crit. But we're gonna go with Last Tea Time because I didn't have a full one, nor did I don't think Last Tea Time wasn't out back then either. But when using an attack that targets all enemies, increase damage up by 14% and has a 20% chance to decrease the cooldown by 1 turn, which is honestly nice. So then if we bring somebody with Book, we might have a chance to reset and have her S3 back up and then her S2 again. So we'll see. But before that, let's go look at the Wukong that I saw. That's coming like next week. I don't know why they're releasing Wukong, but he's actually really sick in all honesty. I saw the preview like Reddit stuff. Like his auto animation, his attack animation looks really sick. His S1, you know, he attacks with the staff and he grants a barrier to the character for 1 turn. He's obviously he's an Earth Warrior Bruiser pretty much, with high attack and high health. The barrier strength increased proportionally to the caster attack. Will use on the caster to attack all enemies. The change attack does not trigger a dual attack. So his S1 is actually pretty sick. He has a cool animation where on this turn he just swipes the whole enemy team. He spins the staff around and swiping on all it. That's pretty sick. And he's an Earth Bruiser. His skill 2, I'm assuming this is a passive because you can't really use it. Increase critical hit resistance because everything has critical hit resistance. And penetration resistance by 35. So things like, I'm assuming Crowd S3 can't penetrate her and just can't, you know. Who else has 100% penetration? I think you can't like watch a Shuri one-shot him. I'm assuming, right? When it casts itself at a non-critical hit, increase the attack and speed by 20. Damn, 60% attack and if he doesn't get, wow, wait, that's a lot actually. That's wait, 20%. Imagine getting a rage buff and then, you know, he got full 60% on top of a rage buff. I'm assuming you want to build him with speed, but I'm assuming you also want to build him like super bulky, like an HP boost or something, because he naturally get the speed and you just beat the crap out of your team. His S3 attack that increase attack of the caster for 2 turns before attacking the enemy and stunning for 1 turn. This is why I went for Celestial Mercedes, where she get attacked before attacking with her S3. When the caster attack is greater than the target's attack, damage dealt increases proportional to the difference up to 70%. Awaken is unaffected by elemental disadvantage. Sounds like a Genoa counter because he can just stun Genoa. And if Genoa happen to not crit him or penetrate and he survives because he's bulky, I think he's actually a Genoa counter if you think about it. He has a crit resist. If you bring Candy on top of that in GvG, that's an anti-crit buff for Diane. So Genoa don't hit into those two. You get a crit buff on top of the crit resist. And if he happen to not crit, and if you bring, what the hell is the shoe artifact where if you have anti-crit resist? Oh my God. Then he just bunked Genoa on top of the head. Maybe that's why more Genoas are sort of be ER. I just noticed he comes out next week. This character's gonna be insane, but I'm assuming this is because Rift is gonna be ice. Yeah, all we know he'll be God in the next rev. That's all we really know. But anyway, let's get into GvG. All right, game number 1. We got selection of Mercedes Bromain with his EE. If somebody get pushed back, he scoots up. And then we always got Birgitta just to push up Mercedes, and she's at 227 effect res. And she has to turn it when somebody get debuffed, she scooted up a little bit. But the unfortunate thing is her S2 is not maximum, so it's not 50% combat, it's a 40% combat readiness. And on top of that, her bind is not 100%. I don't think I can Molagor that up either. I don't have Molagor. I feel like it's gonna miss anyway. But we got this. We're gonna just start out fresh to see if Celestial Mercedes can do her thing. And Bromain does have book. And then bottom we got Chrissy, Kid, and then K-Ron. Let's see how this works out. Let's see. So she's gonna go first, and then Bromain's gonna go second. I don't think she's gonna be able to take the second.
Teach me.
So we do have a soul burn to take an extra turn, but we don't have what's it called? You know what I'm trying to say. We don't have Abyssal Crown. We could soul burn. No, we're gonna do this. We're gonna S3, not take an extra turn in the case we do too much damage. We got the silence on the one person. Please don't hit. Okay.
Let's make this a good time.
Romain's dead, but we're gonna push her up.
You're today's client.
She's silent, so she's gonna S1 instead. Ignore effect res. This means he can't do his thing, right? There's only 3 people. If she crits all 3, we're gonna put a bind on him. We're gonna soul burn and ignore effect res in case we magically, you know, get 15%. We blocked. Romain is dead. Rakito Puncho. I want to S3 to get the combat readiness. Which a good old 60%. You can't do nothing against that though. Oh, she didn't go far. She's dead. That's all I can do with Celestial Mercedes. She didn't really push up far enough. Don't take the counterattack. Now we just play safe. It's probably gonna hit like a truck because we're so slow, but hopefully we heal up. Nah. I'll go for Chris because he's hurt. Good. Resist the provoke. That's not good. That's unfortunate. Well, now we just got this. We could probably just skip to the next game, in all honesty. There's like one particular chance that Kim will lose this. And that is she S3 me. But I think if we get a defense break, and I don't think she can crit too, right? Her S1 can't crit, right?
My leaves are
I'm pretty sure.
quivering.
Other than that, we got nothing else to do. We lost.
No way.
She never crit. Alright, game number 2. Since the Mercedes died, we're gonna use ML Mercedes, the better one. The boss Mercedes, Shadows Archdemon, DDR, and then Bridal Simia. Bottom we're gonna use Seal number 2 Mercedes, normal Mercedes. Haven't used since Ross was relevant. But she is also on an attack. Well, I think this was the other Mercedes kit, by the way. I think this was actually her gear. I just threw it on her because she was the better Mercedes. Attack set with crit and match with friends. I wonder how this is gonna go. And then we got our myth and, you know, Narwhal just to seal stuff. So I'm gonna take this to the face. Ow, it hurts. Hopefully DDR
Worry not. The dot is all right.
give us the effectiveness to actually be able to seal candy and whatnot. Or seal everybody.
Oh, you'll make an
I'm gonna
excellent
push him up.
patient in need of
I
treatment.
vow to be your companion.
Yeah, what an S3 hard.
I'll stand by your side until death do us part.
We don't hit 2 people, right? We hit 1.
Found you.
And I kind of want to do this resist and counter resist counterattack. Damn, how much effect rate she has? Never mind. It's like how much effect rate did she have? I kind of wanted to keep the effect of this. I probably should have just went for Candy, but I highly doubt Candy. Ooh, we got a counter. No, we got an extra turn. No for DDR. Salvo, which is honestly not bad. So she doesn't really do much till, you know, later.
Life or death. Pick your
Can we put her to sleep?
I vow to stand by
Can we poke her? Counter? Can you stop doing that? Can you stop doing that? I feel like we might just lose just from the straight up Elvis counters.
I desire your flesh.
Yeah, we gotta seal her off.
How weak.
Everyone will wake up her.
are my sweet baby.
But she shouldn't have that much damage. She's blinded and she has like half her HP. And she missed. Okay, good.
Do you smell that?
Let's just get rid of her now.
Death.
No salvo, please, at least.
Bon voyage.
I said I would have killed if she quit healing. We got the Bridal Resolve. If she honestly quit healing from that, she would have died for the Venom. But now she has S3, and this will probably kill us. That was just unfortunate. If she didn't counterattack as salvo, she would have died for the Venom. So let's see how bad this gonna goes. So they're gonna get pushed up by Bridal. I don't know who's gonna get this. I hope it's not Narwhal. It might be Mercedes. If she does, she might. This might be the first time she's gonna match with friends on the first hit.
Let's see what you can
Our Mercedes gonna die.
It will end with the passing of a moment.
We're gonna seal her just so
Command me.
she can. We don't have an attack buff, do we? No. He take reduced damage from being in stealth,
Unveil your eye.
so that's the good thing.
What a hassle this is.
If we minus extra turn,
This is not the time.
this should stop bunnies, right? If they ignore effect rates, they get the -1, so her passive is down by 1 turn.
You know
No.
who I am, don't you?
Oh well. We lost this one. You matched with friends when I was sleeping? Come on! You so one time you matched for friends? Alright, game number 3. All the Mercedes have decided to fall apart. And we got Summer, Charlotte, Flurry, which is like 243 speed. I had Ionos, where her S3 can't trigger a counterattack, which is actually pretty good on our part because I feel like they're going to counterattack into oblivion. And battle we got Karina, Mercedes, and Ed. I don't know about that bot team. I don't know who's faster, so I don't know who's getting the Zeal S3.
Follow my rhythm.
But she got Sweet Miracles, which is honestly good.
Got it, Flurry? Just like we practiced.
We're going to S3 hard, so she loses half of her damage.
What should I do next?
Now we could S3 here. Yeah, we'll give herself an attack buff and speed. Do you defense break Earth unit?
Stick together, everyone.
We're gonna soul burn.
Fight a little harder.
We're gonna slap her. Damn it, that wasn't enough to kill her.
Everybody now. What's the play here?
Let's kill her because I don't know if her S2 is gonna come off. Alright, this is working a lot better than I thought, but I don't think we have any way to actually kill Layla unless we somehow stun her. And the off chance, how to wait? Okay, good. But we didn't stun her, but instead we did get a crit.
Could you give me something useful?
Slow burn.
You're not supposed to go out that far.
Okay, Charlotte's popping off right now for the summer.
Am I in?
And I know should be able to push her up. Okay. That worked out way better than I thought. We might just go to RTA and try one game with Celestial Mercedes. And I honestly think we can't actually get a game with her.
Fear.
For the simple fact that how she's so damn.
You're not doing any.
Well, at least she get the revive, so that's good. That's honestly good that she dies or something like that. She always matches her friends when she's stunned. Always. Always matches her friends when she's stunned. But why though?
So naive.
Oh, she's dead again. I don't think that's what we do unless we get randomly stunned, but I don't think we will. Know how GvG goes.
Cream pastry legion, assemble.
Alright.
Unstoppable.
Match her friends need to be changed so she can't activate when she's stunned. Alright, we'll give him RTA. I'm gonna just first pick her and hope for the best.
I'll show you.
How can I make the girl work? Okay, we can't even see her push and there's a rand. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, so I don't know how I can do this. This team looks this dangerous. I just chose 3 knights. The one game I can't even push her up, so she's kind of base speed slow.
My turn?
I will get rid of Ren because the ignore effect res is pretty disgustingly strong. I don't have any more books, but he could have his own artifact to give him souls anyway. You know what? Let Red through. Screw it. Got rid of your girl. We're gonna put Mercedes in the back because that's the one person she might not survive. She probably won't. She will not survive this. I just went from maybe, if, no. So we do have a barrier set, a nice clean barrier set. Give us some extra oomph. I got my Aegis on fold, unfortunately, but can have a lot of effect res, which is pretty good. Hopefully we get a counterattack with Albedo. She did crit, so that proc kills, right? Yes. Resist. I understand it. Alright, attack buff for Vildred.
Step back. Slash your justice in two. How dare you!
And my opponent?
Alright, he gotta kill Albedo because Albedo's the bulk, but if he goes for her,
I'll carve you up.
everybody just go for Senya. The bulk though.
Shall we go?
We gotta survive this S3 as
This is my justice.
Albedo. I will marry you if you keep my team alive. Nah, but we got the bridal resolve, but they're all naked, so. Well, I can't say that Celestial Mercedes did something.
Blade.
I vow to love you
Celestial Mercedes did do something.
by your side. Until death do I part.
She procced Senya, but I don't think I can. How can I make her work? I don't think I could. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this, not a GvG, but this slaughter. Trying to make Celestial Mercedes work. Even if I put her on a speed set, she'd be like 220 speed just because her base speed is like 100. I don't think I can make her work. I think she's just too old of a character. But she's really good in PvE. Don't get me wrong. In like Abyss and like Labyrinth, she destroys Labyrinth and Abyss with her S2. Other than that, she doesn't work. I wouldn't say she doesn't work. She just in the wrong time in the wrong place. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you leave a like just to raise up my hopes from losing and see you guys around. Peace.